Witchy friends, welcome back to part 2 of me setting up a sacred space. As I said in the last video, this is for a particular reading. And if any of y'all saw my TikTok video where I was talking about this urn, this brass urn, it is beautiful. Since the clock situation, I have been more careful and I have precautions I take now, and this had some very weird energy to me. Not weird as in bad, just weird, and I wasn't sure what this was. So I got it home. I physically cleaned it, and I did not cleanse it because I'm very curious about the energy that is within it. What I did with this was I took 5 pieces of Himalayan pink salt inside of it to ground whatever energy was inside this. And then I took some rosemary sprig and I lit it on fire, put it down inside, and closed it. Some not magic, keeping this sealed. And this has been sealed for less than a week. I'd say less than a week, but I was told specifically to go ahead and do this reading tonight. So here we go. Okay. But we're here for this. I've been on my altar since the 28th of December when I got it, and now it's January 2nd. And it has been grounded or binded since then. Tarot deck that I am using today for this is the Monday's Tarot, a deck for the Modern Mystic. We're going to shuffle the deck, and then we are going to prepare a few more things, and I will be right back. Okay. I have a rosemary sprig. I do have my window open and my fan going, so we don't get the room too smoky. Now we're going to sit here and hold the deck. We're going to put in our intentions. Okay. Ooh, the devil in the upright position, which is very weird because that's the card that is on my altar, my working altar. That card actually holds a lot of significance to me, but this is in the upright position. Okay. Okay, we have the Magician in the reverse position. Okay, we have the Emperor in the upright position. 3 cards that we got is the Devil in the upright position, the Magician in the reverse position, and the Emperor in the upright position. My question to the deck, which is the question to this urn, was what did you experience what did you experience in your life? We got the Devil in the upright position, which talks about fear, enslavement, addiction. Then we go on to the Magician and the reverse position. We have treachery, manipulation, untapped potential. And then we go to the Emperor in the upright position that talks about authority, ambition, power. I am going to get another tarot deck out. I'm just feeling led to do this. I got my other tarot deck. This is my very first one. It is actually my favorite. If you recall in the reading we did a second ago with my Monday's Tarot deck, we got the Devil in the upright position talking about addiction, enslavement, fear. We have the Magician, untapped potential, manipulation. Then we got the Emperor talking about authority, ambition, and power. And then we come to this, we have the King of Pentacles in the upright position, which talks about attachment, prosperity, and abundance. But there's a level there where you have to remain a balance. Sometimes we can lose sight. We see something that we want as our end game, and then we get so distracted that we ignore all red flags. Then we go to the Hermit in the reverse position, talking about loneliness, confinement, withdrawal. What I'm gathering from this is that they saw what they wanted and they went for it. However, when they got to it, they did not realize that there was a price for the things that they want. This is Persephone. This is the first metaphysical tool I ever bought myself. The very first time I ever went to a metaphysical shop, and she is beautiful. I did not know that Persephone was the title of a deity. Correct me if I'm wrong. Name came to me and I was like, that's your name, Persephone. I have sat here and let her bond with the item. I'm gonna do some divination. This is just how I do my pendulum readings. I make sure that my elbows are firmly on the table. I make sure that I use one hand for it to go over, and then I use another one to stabilize it, because I want accurate readings. Also, before you do any readings, make sure that you are defining with your pendulum and spirit what is yes and what is no. Forward is yes, sideways is no, circle is maybe. Thank you. So what I will do now is I have been meditating for days on this. I have triple, double, quadruple checked, not just here on camera, but in other forms of communicating with spirit over the past couple of days over this. I feel at peace with ungrounding it. If energy is too much for me to personally handle, being around it, because some energies are very hyperactive and some are very come and go as they please, but I feel at peace with openness, and if it is too much, I can always redo it. Also, make sure before you do anything like this, make sure you are equipped with dealing with it. But I feel at peace about this. I've been getting signs for days to go ahead and do it, and to do this tarot reading first. I'm going to unbind this, my incense stick, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to light it over my candle. And I am just going to release these bonds from which they came. Unbind it now. Release the restraints. So let it be. I'm going to open it, and y'all are going to see what I put inside. The rosemary that's inside, I will finish burning as an offering once I get everything done. Always remember, when you are approaching things like this, always come at it with respect. We thank you. Okay. So we have our rosemary sprig inside. And we have our 5 pieces of pink Himalayan salt. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slide this over. We thank you. Take our candle, and we are going to burn this. Always make sure you are using proper fire safety. I'm a little impatient, I am actually going to take a blowtorch because that's just how we roll, us North Carolina witches. I will let this burn through and burn down as an offering to the spirit, and then I will be right back. So the offering is burning. Something was just brought to my attention. On the gods, just fucking dots just connect. I'm literally like. Anyway, and editing stuff in here. I was connecting dots in my head, and I was slightly freaking out. So I wanted to come on here, cut that clip, and I wanted to explain it a little bit. My birthday was on December 28th, and my husband and me went thrift shopping, and we had food. It was just an amazing day. Two of our favorite things to do is eat, thrift stores, and our third favorite thing is spend time together. Before we went into our first thrift store, I told my husband, I said, I had a really fucking weird dream last night. I said, I had a dream that I was an older woman in an oven, which now look back was a crematory. I said, I don't know what I looked like as a woman. Do not know what the person looked like who shut the door, but they shut the door and the heat turned on. And as it started getting glowing red, the woman's face on the inside of the door started growing like snakes. And it was a Medusa head. And I woke up and I was like, what the fuck was that? Cut to our last thrift store we go to of the day. I am drawn to this urn. And I was like, this is really freaking weird. And I didn't connect any of the dots. Then I just thought, oh, it's really weird that I'm being drawn to an urn. And then when I sat down a few days later and I did the actual reading of the urn, the spirit that came to me was what you saw in this video. A spirit that came to us through this reading. I do not think it was past life regression. I don't know much about that. And I do not think that the person that I had a dream of, that was their urn. The urn had some white powder at the bottom that was stuck to it, but I do not have any way of knowing if that was actual ash or if that was just soot from being so old. But spirits can connect themselves to items, and that's just what I got from it. And I just thought it was freaking me out that a lot of people and a lot of traditions see Medusa as a safe haven. Like if you have a Medusa emblem, or you have a Medusa on the front of your house, that is supposed to be a representation that you are a safe haven for women. And so I took the Medusa head on the inside of the crematory as it's being presented that it is known to spirit that I am a safe haven. And I love that. And then I had a dream about someone in a crematory getting cremated, and then the next day I found an urn, and the spirit that I got from it was female. And I just thought that's what was blowing my mind. And that clip that you saw was that I have no way of knowing if that urn was used, or if that was bone, or if that was soot, whatever it may be. But I do believe that energies can connect themselves to an item. And I feel like the energy that is connected to that item is the female that presented themselves throughout our divination session, our interview portion. But I wanted to come in here, explain a little bit, because I was very erratic, because I was like, oh my God, that dot connects to that dot. And I just thought it was so weird that I had a dream the night before, female cremated, Medusa head, safe haven for women, get drawn to that item that spirit's connected to, comes to me specifically, and then I do the reading on it, and this is what we got. I've had time to process stuff. I'm still a little bit like high strung from it a little bit, but I think that it really was it's a beautiful thing. But I will not keep y'all any longer. Thank y'all all so much for joining for another video. I know I just posted one the other day. It was how to set up a sacred space and how I set up the sacred space specifically for this video. I want to leave y'all with a question. Have you ever dealt with a situation like this? Have you ever grounded or temporarily binded a item until you could figure out the energy within? So please let me know your input, and as always, blessed be.